We have multiple Golden State Warriors updates, including a major update regards to Jonathan Kuminga's injury, and this has serious implications as we saw the Golden State Warriors switch up their starting lineup yesterday and building this team around that Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler pairing, and frankly, what we saw, the glimpses of what we saw that small ball unit last night with Moody in the starting lineup rather than Quinten Post, and thinking about how that's going to look with Jonathan Kuminga, that is going to be huge. So we have some insights in terms of his recovery from that ankle injury and a lot of exciting quotes and updates regarding this Warriors team. So we're going to break it all down here on this episode of Warriors Digest, but you guys have been crushing it, hitting that sub button as of late. This team has been super fun to watch. So if you don't want to miss a single thing going on with the Golden State Warriors and you're part of the 68% of our viewers that haven't hit the subscribe button just yet, make sure you guys hit that sub button so you don't miss a single thing that's going on with this Golden State Warriors squad, because frankly, it is madness right now. The buyout market's going crazy. So much is going on right now, but we do have one very, very important update, and it's in regards to Jonathan Kuminga, because of course, Kaminga is a crucial piece to this Warriors team. He's had an up and down sort of season over the course of his career, but this man, being paired alongside Jimmy Butler now, is going to add some crazy extra firepower to the slashing ability for this Warriors team. And of course, he's been out with a bad ankle sprain as of late, but now we have some updates, we have some insights in terms of when we can expect Jonathan Kuminga coming back. So basically, news has come out from Anthony Slater that Jonathan Kuminga will remain out through the All-Star break, per the Golden State Warriors, advancing to some limited on-court work. The team hopes to incorporate him into practice out of the break as he gets closer to a return from a bad ankle sprain. So this, of course, ideally you'd love to hear Jonathan Kuminga back in the next couple of days, so it's not a perfect update, but this All-Star break is coming really at an ideal time. The Warriors get an opportunity to, get Jonathan Kuminga to recover. Jimmy Butler get back into game sheet, which we'll discuss out here in this video. And basically, it allows this team to get some time to gel, to mesh, and it's already been going so well, as we saw in that phenomenal Bucks win last night for this team. But the dynamic of Steph Curry, Quinten Post, Buddy Hield, whoever the heck it is, Podziemski knocking down threes out there from the three-point line, and then Jimmy Butler being that main slasher on this team. You add Kaminga back into that mix, you add him into this group. Of course, Moody can be, an athletic wing, can slash a little bit, can do a bit of both, but Jonathan Kuminga just takes things to a whole nother level, right? Averaging 17 points per game this season, 5 rebounds, 2.2 assists, still solid 3-point shooting percentages. Of course, only 30% from the corners, but it's just a guy that brings another dimension, especially in regards to the rim pressure that this team is putting on these teams with Jimmy Butler slashing. It is going to add a whole nother dimension to this Warriors squad. Now, of course, we've been pretty hyped up with how Quinten Post was playing out there in the starting lineup, and he brings another dimension, the floor spacing, but he was just as effective out there off the bench. And realistically, Kaminga's going to be in that starting unit with this group. Of course, we'll get a bigger sample size. We'll see how things actually look when Kaminga is back, but him being able to just use his versatility, it's still like floor space. He's up Ben Simmons out there behind the three-point line. He has been a little bit better before he went down with injury, but him as well as Jimmy Butler putting that pressure out there on the rim. Of course, Jimmy's been way better since he's joined the Golden State Warriors versus just his numbers, the Miami Heat, but the coordination, the rim pressure that's going to be on the opposing defenses with these guys out there on the wing, and then you still have to deal with the greatest shooter of all time out there in the backcourt, Buddy Hield, also alongside there, knocking down threes, Quinten Post, whoever the heck is out there in the lineup. This Warriors team just got so much more well-rounded with Jimmy Butler coming out there in the group, and frankly, Kaminga returning to action, it's just going to open things up even more for him over the course of this year. So lots of exciting stuff there, but that's not the only updates that we have to discuss, we have to bring up, because everyone is talking about this Jimmy Butler addition, how people are feeling about it, and of course, Steve Kerr has been praising it to another level. Kerr said on Jimmy Butler's adjustment to the Golden State Warriors, it's been absolutely seamless, and it's because of Jimmy's high IQ. He just has an incredible feel for the game, and we all had to give him all we had to do was give him a few of our actions. Otherwise, it was just basketball for Jimmy Butler. So that is great to see, because of course it takes time to build up chemistry, it takes time to build up feel with your teammates, and it's still new out there for Jimmy Butler getting added to the mix. But as much as you love Andrew Wiggins, as much as you love him, NBA champion, all those types of things, Butler's feel for the game, his smoothness, his poise out there on the basketball court is just, it's a whole nother level. And this is not to roast Wiggins or trash on his game or anything like that, but Jimmy Butler has dragged teams to NBA Finals. Teams that had no business making playoff runs, dragged them to NBA Finals, and made these just heroic runs with these Miami Heat squads, the Philadelphia 76ers, whatever team he's been on. So Jimmy Butler getting added to a team with that championship poise, with actual kind of floor spacing around him, it's going to be just a whole nother thing. As he gets more accustomed, more built into the system. But the crazy thing about it is Butler came out and said that his conditioning is nowhere close to where it needs to be, and I can't wait till I'm back into basketball shape that I'm used to being in. He said still some time to go. Credit the Warriors for ensuring he's comfortable. So this is crazy to me because we're seeing him possession after possession just take on the opposing team's best defender and just drive the basket, make them look like barbecue chicken out there. Jimmy Butler getting out there in the triple threat, driving, slashing the basket, and he's not even in game shape. He's doing this in the fourth quarters, the second halves of games, and he's not even fully ready to go. So you give him an all-star break to fully lock in, to get the conditioning back, to be motivated to play basketball again. That's going to be even better for this Warrior squad. So that is huge to see. And then we also had a Quinten Post talk about Butler, say that it just feels really good to have somebody to get to the free throw line. Playing with him, I didn't realize it before. We didn't really get to the line a lot, but he just, in a way, bails us out a lot. He brings so much energy, feels like he's a joyful guy. And it's been memed around Golden State Warriors land, of course, how, the foul baiting, it's always used to get roasted. Everyone discussed all those types of things until you get one of those guys out there on your roster. Of course, Jimmy Butler's out there being crafty, making plays out there in the lane. But one thing I do want to bring up in regards to all this discourse, all this discussion, even though Jimmy Butler's a wing, he's a big man, strength, size, athleticism, but most importantly, when he drives to the basket, he has so much control over his body, and that's the real crucial factor, crucial piece in terms of getting to the free throw line. It's the ability to take contact, absorb contact, and then get to the rim and then go up strong, right? And then maybe, have some theatrics as well, which might frustrate some other teams, but you're not getting that if you're not getting to those spots, getting to your buckets. And I've been so impressed with just the control Jimmy Butler has at getting wherever he wants out there on the basketball court. And he's not taking that many threes. He's not, the thing about Steph Curry, he can get to the rim whenever he wants because the entire opposing defense is locked in and focused on preventing him from letting it fly from behind the three-point line. But teams aren't sagging off of Jimmy because, of course, he'll be able to knock it down if they do sag enough. But Jimmy Butler, even with the defense knowing his goal is to get to the basket, get to that mid-range spot, get to those areas of the court, he just still finds a way to get there. And that's the really impressive thing about his game. And it's why it's going to translate very, very well, assuming health, assuming things continue to go the way they're going for this Warrior squad. So very amped up, very excited to see how things are going. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section down below. You guys have best thing as far. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Anyways, I'm signing now. Cheers.